Yo, shalom. Yeah, we're gonna review a video. It's Sean Connery. This is Sean Connery. You know, my fault if it ain't all the way up on there, but it just is what it is. This is on YouTube. This came by recommendation of Kevin Samuels. I was watching Kevin Samuels earlier. Not to jump on anybody hype train or nothing like that, but this is a video that I didn't believe that was still on here. Not in today's society, today's feminist society, and there's going to be a lot of feminine pandering to the feminists. And ain't that crazy how their name is feminist, but they're not feminine? They're actually more masculine. Maybe fourth wave feminism will be that they turn back to men. Anyway, this is a video of Barbara Walters interviewing Sean Connery. She's going to bring up something he said in an article where a woman should be slapped. Now, first and foremost, I do not condone hitting women. I condone doing what the book say. The book say, now this is Brother Word speaking to you. The book say, if a woman will not go the way that you would have her to go, then give her a bill of divorcement and put her away from you. That's what I think should be done. But in the instance that if you catch a woman cheating in the very act, then whatever it is you feel you want to do, that's what you're going to do. But you have to be wise about how you move in this society, in this captivity, wherever you may be at throughout the four corners of the earth. But also, Numbers, the book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 14, Yah says to Moses about Miriam, if her father had not spit in her face, or if her father had spit in her face, would she not be without shame for 7 days? Now, I don't know how other people feel about that, but I do know from me, being someone who thinks for myself, self-autonomy, I can infer from that. If Yah said that to Moshe, I would have to infer, and that's in the Torah, I would have to infer, or at least come to the educated guess or conclusion, that it was not out of the nature for a Hebraic man to spit in his daughters, or if you look even more closely, a man that was in authority. So it wasn't out of the Hebraic character. Now, this is just my opinion. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. This is not Torah advice. This is my opinion. From the verse, book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 14, that Hebraic men, it was not out of the nature or character to spit in the face of a woman who was being disrespectful. Why? Because there always has to be,
when I was preparing the questions for this interview,
there always has to be
the phrase male chauvinist. But you are.
There always has to be some type of threat of violence. The reason why, if a woman don't believe she won't get her ass whooped, then she gonna act however she wants to act. Now, again, do I believe in violence? No. But in a righteous society, right? In a righteous society, the heathens will have no problem in whooping they women asses at all, right? So women who have common sense will see that and want to be a submissive wife to a righteous man who won't whoop her ass. and actually act right. Because, see, women in this society have straddled the fence in between whore and housewife. And you know the old adage, you can't turn a whore into a housewife. But if prostitution was legal, which in any functioning society, prostitution is legal. This society don't function. This society that we live in is all the way off. But in the Wild Wild West, prostitution was legal. If you go to different countries nowadays, there's a red light district. Prostitution is legal. So therefore, the women have to make a decision whether they're going to be a whore or a respectable woman who can be considered as a housewife. There's no straddling the fence. Now, because women have no threat of any type of violence, because if we go back to a true society, like when shit hits the fan, women are going to get into their roles. Women who can't get into their roles, woe unto them. That's all I can really say about that. Because, yeah, it's going to be ugly out there. And ain't nobody got time for no mouthy, attitudinal, non-respectful woman who has a mistress mouth. What value does that bring to any society? None. Let me say that again. What value does that bring to any society or culture? When white people do it, it's a culture. When Israelites do it, it's a cult. Anyway, that's another video for another day. So, let's go ahead and review this video. Sean Connery say sometimes you gotta slap a woman. Now, I don't condone that. But I do condone Numbers 12, verse 14. Hallelujah. Let's get to it.
Does the friendship mean a lot? Friendship with men?
Oh, yeah, I like that. I think that's one of the pleasures of golf as well.
Mm.
I don't like playing golf with women, no matter how good they are. I really don't.
Your wife plays golf.
She's a very good golfer, yeah.
You don't
I
like to play
very
with her?
often.
Right off top. Excuse me, I'm eating some mushroom noodles. They fried too. But right off top, he say, look, I don't like the company of women when I'm playing golf. That's that man's prerogative. But, oh, your wife plays golf. Maybe she plays golf because he taught her. I don't know. I'm not going to speak on that. It's not to say that he doesn't play golf with his wife. He must at least shoot around with his wife at some point. His wife ain't complaining, though. She's complaining. Does this woman even have a husband? Does this woman even have a head over her as she talks this filth out of her mouth? She's inferring that just because he prefers, not saying it's mandatory that I only play with men. No, he prefers the company of men while he plays golf. That he and somehow has a problem. But the only problem is coming from that mistress mouth woman. Let's go.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't like playing golf with women.
Why not?
I like the company of men better at golf.
Why?
It's very difficult to explain. It's just it's more pleasurable playing golf with men than women.
Years ago, you did an interview, which may come back to haunt you. You know what I'm going to say, right?
No.
Okay. You did an interview in which you said, it's not the worst thing to slap a woman now and then. As I remember, you said you don't do it with a clenched fist. It's better to do it with an open hand.
Now that's that's crazy. That's if I was in another life, another world, I would say that's some pimp shit. I mean, they talk about pimp shit on 2020. Man, y'all millennials or whatever this generation is that y'all call y'all Fortnite niggas. Man, y'all missing out, bruh. Y'all is missing out on how shit used to really be. But I'll give you a hint though on where you need to look. The Bible say, seek the old paths.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I do love that.
I haven't changed my opinion.
You haven't?
No, not at all.
You think it's good to slap a woman?
No, I don't think it's good. I
think it's bad.
I don't think it's that bad. I think that it depends entirely on the circumstances and if it merits it.
See, what he's really saying, and I don't want to speak for the man. He said he don't think it's good, but he don't think it's that bad. It's the circumstance. So, if women out here just getting reckless and just talking all types of crazy shit that they ought not speak, he's okay with letting her know, no, it will not be that way. Now, there's this thing I heard about today called, what is it, social discipline or something like that, or something to that nature. Kevin Samuels was talking to this other group of people. Now, Kevin Samuels ain't my teacher, but I mean, I listen to different people, and right now he's spitting some truth, obviously, for me to have to reference him. But he was talking about this type of discipline within a relationship, where if a woman is getting out of pocket, you know, a man has a safe word with her. You know, my safe word might be like pineapple. Like, hey girl, pineapple. Because when y'all in public, you know, sometimes that's when the women really like to show out, right? When there's a lot of people around for some reason, right? So you could be like, pineapple. Now she know that you come up with the word pineapple. Anyway, long story short, maybe you got to whoop her. Maybe you got to actually put her over your literal knee and whoop her. Now that's what Kevin Samuel was saying. Me, I say, you know what? I don't know about that, because damn, she might like that shit, and she might start acting up on purpose. But I mean, it is what it is. You just trying. Every man's just trying to run a respectable, organized house, right? But Sean Connery is taking it to like the next level. He's like, yo, nah, just go ahead and just lay one on the kisser for her. Now, for me, that's a little extreme. I reside somewhere where the book says if a man was to spit on his wife or spit on his daughter, it's in the book. So I mean, that's just where I reside. That's not something that I would practice now going forward. Now I'm more of the mindset of, if she would not go the way you would want her to go, to give her the bill of divorcement. So, but I mean, it's not like it's outside of the Bible. But for women to not have a threat, there has to be a threat. There has to be a promise, actually. There has to be requirements. A man has to require what he needs. And if people don't meet those requirements, as number 45 would say, you're fired. You know, the president. Although I don't care about politics or presidents or nothing like that. I mean, they're all playing for the same team. They was all kicking it with Jeffrey Epstein, and Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. So, you know, you gotta take that with a grain of salt. But the thing is, though, If a woman does not fear of losing something, she will not respect you. I mean, if you have status, women love status. Women love a man with status. If you have money, women love money. Women love a man with money. So, even if you're to say, yo, you do that again, it's a done deal, and you have status and you have money, then they're going to realize that they're going to be out in the cold, and it might not be, you're not easily replaced. The truth is, women are easily replaced. But men who actually know who they are and walk in who they're supposed to be, you're not easily replaced. Simps is simps. A man is a man. And a man has requirements.
Well, what would merit it?
Well, if you have tried everything else, and women are pretty good at this, they can't leave it alone. They don't want to have the last word, and you give them the last word, but they're not happy with the last word. They want to say it again, and get into a really provocative situation. Then I think it's absolutely right.
To give her a good slap.
Yeah, absolutely.
What if she gives you a good slap back?
Well, then you get into another area. I mean, then
basically he's saying then it's going to go down. Like, that's when you're dealing with a straight up Jezebel. That's when you're dealing with a woman that just has completely lost her mind, completely stepped out of her role, completely stepped out of her place, and thinks that she's on the same level as a man, but we all reap what we sow. And really, for a man to be in that situation, like he's saying, you in a whole different area. The answer really is just step away from that. Just leave. I mean, you shouldn't even have to. You should. I mean, and that's the good thing about being an Israelite, that you would never be in a situation like that. Hopefully. I mean, it may happen, but hopefully, you're never in a situation where a woman is trying to run her mouth like a Uzi, trying to bruise thee. You know? But it may happen. And you might not be able to keep your frame. But I'm going to tell you something. If that ever was to happen, what you need to do is you need to exercise that bill of divorcement. Maybe counseling. You know, go through the, especially if you're a part of the ministry. But if you're just like an Israelite, you're not a part of the ministry, if you're a heathen, something of that nature, first of all, never sign a contract. Ever. Never sign a contract with these women. Unless you want to sign the front page of a Bible. Of the family Bible. Other than that, never make a contract with these women. Ever. So right there, you got the upper hand. Because you can leave anytime. And they're going to be emotionally invested. But you can leave. Second, never let a woman get you out your frame of mind, out your place of ease, of comfort. These women are supposed to bring you your peace, not take away your peace. Let's keep going.
Maybe she's getting to like it, and then it becomes something else. I don't know. But seriously, I think that it's a last resort. He's not going to do it because he wants to do it. Huh?
Hallelujah. I could talk about this all night. Maybe I'll put the link in the description. Maybe I won't. Just look it up. And you can go check it out for yourself. It's about 5 minutes and 25 more seconds left. Now, look. Like I said, I don't condone this. I condone a man putting away a woman. First of all, I condone a man having a wife. Not just a girl, a wife. Where you have responsibilities. And you take care of that woman. But if she won't get her place, put her ass away from you. So that you're not dealing with a bunch of foolishness. Because remember, in Numbers, we was in our own situation. We was in our own land. We was getting the laws of how to act in our own land, on the soil Yah had given us. So, by the time we reach captivities, things get a little different. Anyway, this your boy Yahosa. Peace.